Hi, I'm Alex and I'm the creator of The Traveler. So this is a pretty much sneak peek, I guess, of what we're currently working on. In this area, of course, as you can see, the environments are not yet completed. However, we have a majority of the systems currently working. The UI elements and all that, essentially for now, it's just mainly functionality, things like stamina, which is used up when you attack. The main player has two different attacks in the paladin form, which is the one you currently see. He also has a double jump, which is unique to the paladin form. And this is the first level, which essentially takes you to the quest giver, who here will essentially, as part of the dialogue that we'll have, will take you through details needed for the quest that you're about to take on. Overall, in the prototype, we do intend to have roughly 3 different quests. One being the tutorial, which teaches, of course, the player how to play the game. The second one actually being this one, which is the basis of what we have. With that also, we have incorporated the switch system, which allows the player to switch between both the paladin and the mage, which both have different functionality. As you can see here, the mage has a much higher jump, where the paladin doesn't due to heavier armor. This effectively will work with a lot of the level design that we'll be building, things like that, where certain areas are only accessible through, say, double jumping or high jumps that can only be done by either or. Both of them have functionality to climb over objects, of course. And here we meet our first enemies for this demo. So a majority of the assets used in terms of enemies are still from the game jam. We have, however, included different functionalities, such as the circle around the mage, which, well, this the enemy mage, which helps with it helps with strengthening enemies. So any enemies around him sort of take more damage or deal higher damage. We also incorporated some elements of the UI, inventory, things like that. We still have a few more things to add, but design wise it's completed. It's just functionality that we are still pushing to get done. The quest will be a bit more described, as there are, of course, things like quest elements that you'll receive, which will help. As you can see here, combat will need to be very well thought out, as using a lot of your stamina will essentially take away your ability to both dodge and attack, which can leave you quite open to attacks. We've also included wall jumping, like there, and a bit more enemies here just to showcase. So in this case, we'll go ahead with the mage, which deals long range damage, which is good to get enemies, take them out before they essentially notice you. As mentioned, with the stamina, it makes it that you'll need to sort of think before just jumping into battles. And as you proceed through levels, of course, there'll be different obstacles, things like that, such as this, which was just like an example of what we can do with the different types. Of course, there'll be different ones, but essentially the mage for that area will be able to jump and reach that quicker, which can help with some puzzles we have in mind that we wish to incorporate. Overall, again, background here is also from the game jam, but its main purpose is as part of this level, as there are overall 3 different environments that we'll be looking to explore. Well, 4 in total, let's say, all of which would be different. So this one would be more of an underground cave-like system, similar to what we'd envisioned for the game jam. Also, It's still tweaked, being tweaked, but we are currently also, sorry, with the mage and paladin, they have different dodges. So the paladin, this version, has a dodge roll, and then this mage version has a dash. Distance and things like that are still being tweaked. It's mainly for now, let's say, testing. And essentially, once you go through those levels, again, we are still in the process of implementing some puzzles that we really wish to have that will add a bit more of a thinking behind what you're doing. And this would then be our new boss, specifically made for this demo. This overall, as mentioned with regards to this demo, we intend to have 3 different forms that the player can use. The paladin, which is the one you see, the mage, which is the magic one, this one, and the tank version, which we haven't yet added. However, in the story, the basis or the armor that is, or the material that is used to build that comes from defeating this boss. So once you defeat this boss, of course, you'll get some equipment and be able to craft the armor. As you would have seen, we have also implemented using healing items. However, they are limited in number. So in this case, I will have to sort of keep my distance in order to defeat the boss. Now, similar to the game jam, just with differing functionality, of course, we have included second phases. I believe right now this boss's health is pretty high. With the quest area, the area where player was able to talk, we are planning on implementing a shop in there as well, where the player can actually get health items from drops that are received from the enemies. And it's just taking a bit of a while. I think her health is what it should be. So yes, there we go. So when reaching the second phase, the boss will essentially be knocked down, spawning different enemies. We do intend to use more types, of course. This here would just be for show for now, but it will be the different enemy types that we currently have. And then in this second phase, she will of course be much more aggressive. We're still tweaking other things, but she'll be much more aggressive, and she will also have a special attack, which hopefully she will show just now, which effectively deals way more damage. I'm just trying to keep my distance, because if we get hit by it, then it's game over. But yeah, there we go. Hopefully you'll get a bit of a closer look. I'll just try to stay close a bit. There we go. So with that attack, it's something that she has access to only once the player has essentially entered the second phase. With each, we do of course intend to have multiple phases. But yep, that's about it for now. Thank you.